about Whoopi Goldberg because I got so many texts this week because she attacked me the week before.
Sure.
So everybody was like, "Oh, Bill, I get you're enjoying the karma." Whoopi attacks me on a regular basis. She says stupid shit on a regular basis. It just happened.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
The mistake really is there's too much BS floating out there, and now it's out of our hands. There's no way to control it, so now they're saying they're going to control it. I want to see what they're going to do.
My team will review the applications and give credentials to new media applicants who meet our criteria and pass United States Secret Service requirements to enter the White House complex.
All right. What'd she say?
She basically said,
It's been a minute since we checked in on the screeching sirens over at The View, and you might be thinking, maybe they've finally calmed down. Yeah, not even close. They're still dishing out peak-level woke absurdity, but this time, it didn't go unanswered. Enter Bill Maher and Karoline Leavitt, an unexpected duo who just tag-teamed those ladies into next week. And trust us, it was glorious. What kind of nonsense were the View crew serving up this time? And how did Bill and Karoline clap back with the perfect mix of wit and fire? Don't worry, we've got every juicy detail and mic drop moment. Buckle up, this one's going to be wild.
We have got to get past this endless, unforgiving, zero-tolerance mindset bent on punishing and disappearing anyone caught saying the wrong thing. The right response to speech you don't like is more speech.
So what's got Bill Maher suddenly preaching about ending the hate across political lines? Simple. The View isn't thrilled about Maher's slow drift to the right, and what really sent them into orbit. His recent dinner with President Trump. On a recent episode, Whoopi Goldberg was livid, blasting Maher for daring to sit with their public enemy number one, a man she refused to even name.
Listen, take him seriously and take him literally.
I don't think that we have to. I think it would be remiss of us to not say, Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Yes.
He knows how to do this. He's quite good at this. And you know, you can't refute anything with him because he just, when I say him, I mean...
He rambles.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
But can I mention one thing?
Whoopi's unfiltered outburst was just the opening act. What followed was a full-blown character assassination of Maher. She couldn't handle the fact that Maher had committed the ultimate sin, sharing a meal with Trump. To Whoopi and crew, it wasn't just dinner, it was betrayal. And in their eyes, no amount of logic, comedy, or open dialogue could redeem him from that.
How dare you be so flippant, man? Listen, nobody on the planet really wants to go through this. This is not something we're doing because it's, sexually gratifying. This is what we're doing to protect our families. And you don't have to do it, but stay away from everybody.
Before Maher fired back, he made one thing clear. This is still America, where people have the right to their own opinions. Disagreement doesn't mean hatred. He called out the View's panel for tossing civil discourse out the window. Maher wasn't just defending himself. He was defending the idea that we can disagree without declaring war. Makes sense, right? Not to Whoopi, who continued her tirade as if Bill had personally attacked her.
As you know, 12 days ago, I had dinner with President Trump, a dinner that was set up by my friend Kid Rock, because we share a belief. There's got to be something better than hurling insults from 3,000 miles away. And let me first say that to all the people who treated this like it was some kind of summit meeting, you're ridiculous. Like I was going to sign a treaty or something. I have no power. I'm a fucking comedian, and he's the most powerful leader in the world. I'm not the leader of anything, except maybe a contingent of centrist-minded people who think there's got to be a better way of running this country than hating each other every minute.
In a strange twist, Whoopi compared Trump to Kamala Harris, revealing her clear double standard. Had Maher dined with the VP instead, Whoopi wouldn't have blinked. In fact, she might have thrown the after-party. Maher's praise, if directed at Harris, would have earned applause. But because it was Trump, suddenly it's treason. It's not about principles. It's pure partisanship, and Whoopi just proved it.
If he's right, then why didn't people vote for the former prosecutor who actually had policy plans to help the working class?
Sure, and I know as I say that, millions of liberal sphincters just tightened. my God, Bill, are you going to say something nice about him? What I'm going to do is report exactly what happened. You decide what you think about it. And if that's not enough pure Trump hate for you, I don't give a fuck.
And this is what makes Bill Maher stand out. He doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. A staunch defender of free speech, he stood firm even as Whoopi came at him on national TV. The backlash to her outburst was massive. Critics from all sides called her out. Some even demanded her resignation, but Maher didn't play victim. He doubled down on principle, proving once again why he's built different.
I want to talk about Whoopi Goldberg because I got so many texts this week because she attacked me the week before.
Sure.
So everybody was like, oh, Bill, I get you're enjoying the karma. First of all, I'm going to talk about this at the end of my show next week, teaser. But there is no fucking thing as karma, okay? Get over that. Whoopi attacks me on a regular basis. She says stupid shit on a regular basis. They just happen to coincide. But can I just say this? I had on last week Ira Glasser, former longtime head of the ACLU, talking about free speech. Whoopi Goldberg, who, by the way, I hope is still a friend. We can disagree with each other. Should not be canceled or put off her show, as much as I totally disagree with her crazy statement. Free speech. She should be there. She shouldn't get a timeout.
Then came the knockout. Maher compared Whoopi to a hunter and himself to a lion. You heard that right. Say what you will, but the man has a way with words. In this media safari, Whoopi charged in with guns blazing, but Maher didn't run. He roared back. And instead of the lion getting wounded, it was the hunter who limped away rattled. And while Maher was cooling off, Karoline Leavitt was just getting started.
Sorry, but life is random. The only word to describe it when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions is hilarious.
Leavitt hit hard, and she was absolutely right. The moral decay driven by modern-day wokeness has crept into every corner of society. What once passed for compassion has mutated into a culture of censorship and division. Media doesn't report facts. They push agendas. Universities have become indoctrination zones. Even healthcare is politicized. And Whoopi? She's not just a host. She's a mouthpiece for that toxic ideology. Rather than promote dialogue, she fuels cancel culture. So Karoline went all in.
You know, we have seen cultural Marxism trickling its way through every institution in this country. The public school system, the higher education university system, Hollywood, big tech, the corrupt mainstream media that I fought against in President Trump's White House are indoctrinating my generation of Americans into hating our country, hating one another based on race and gender and sex and all of this other BS.
Leavitt wiped the floor with The View's co-hosts. And let's be honest, they had it coming. For years, the show's been peddling spin and fiction under the guise of informed commentary. They called Biden the best thing to happen to America, while he clearly struggled with basic cognition. They hailed Harris as democracy's savior despite her incoherence. It's propaganda in pearls and cackles. Leavitt brought facts, clarity, and spine, and dismantled their delusions live on air. Of course, Whoopi shot back, but Leavitt's response, epic.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help. Think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
Leavitt's takedown was more than a rebuttal. It was a surgical strike on woke hypocrisy. With poise and unapologetic truth, she marched into the lion's den and called Whoopi out by name. She highlighted the irony of someone preaching tolerance, yet melting down over a simple dinner. Her message: real leadership means standing firm, even when it's inconvenient. Together, Leavitt and Maher delivered a 1-2 punch that exposed the emotional theatrics of The View. Whoopi's meltdown over dinner proved how intolerant the tolerant have become. Maher stood tall. Leavitt pulled no punches, and the fragile illusions of woke media cracked under pressure. This wasn't just viral drama, it was a cultural checkpoint. Americans are waking up. The old tactics of shame and spin are dying. The tide is turning. Truth is finally fighting back.